So I finally got COVID. Alright, what's up guys? So today we're gonna be doing kind of like a different type of video. Today I'm gonna be sharing my experience with COVID-19, and I quote unquote finally got it. It is March 22nd, 2022. So it took me over 2 years to get the virus. The point of this video is mainly to just share my experiences with COVID. I think there's a lot of people my age with the type of lifestyle I follow who probably haven't had COVID yet. Alright, so before I start the video, let me tell you my profile in a sense of like what type of lifestyle I follow before I start sharing my COVID experience. So basically, I just turned 27 years old. I'm male, as you can see. And what else? I do sports like 3-4 times a week. I go running, which means that I use my lungs a lot. And I would say I have a relatively healthy diet. I don't smoke, I don't drink anymore because of another reason that I might make a video of sometime in the future. But yeah, and what else? I don't do drugs or anything. So yeah, that's just my very superficial profile to keep in mind when we go into the symptoms that I have experienced having COVID. So let's jump right in. Yeah, so on March 12th, that was Saturday, that was my birthday. What we did is we went to the city of Zurich. We went to like the Apple store to fix something with my computer. Then we went to a restaurant. Then we walked around the city. That would have been a perfect day, quote unquote, to get COVID. Because of one, at the Apple store there were like a lot of people. Not many of them were wearing a mask. Then also the restaurant was packed. Just imagine it's a weekend on a Saturday. People normally go to restaurants on that day. That's not the date I got COVID. The day I got COVID was the day after, which was on a Sunday. We went on a bike ride just around town. But then we visited some family after the bike ride, and turns out that some of the family members had COVID. And yeah, that's where I got it, I think, pretty sure. That was on Sunday. Then Monday, the week started again for me, nothing weird yet. Tuesday, nothing weird either. Then on Wednesday, I started feeling like something weird on my throat. It was not really like painful or anything, it was just annoying me. And I felt a little bit dizzy, but maybe because I didn't sleep that well the other night. And I still had no suspicions about it being connected to COVID. So that was on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, that's when my sore throat became really bad. I had a headache, and I essentially started to think that I had COVID. Luckily, we have some self-tests here. So what I did on Thursday, which was again the 17th of March, I did a self-test. I followed a tutorial online just to make sure I was doing the COVID test properly, and it came negative. And that was very surprising for me because I was feeling like I was not feeling really bad, but I had like some symptoms to the point of knowing that there was something wrong with me. The test came negative, so I was like, okay, if it's not COVID, then what is it? But then I also knew that the self-test, one, have to be done properly. Even though I was following the instructions, I was not sure still if I was doing it right. And second of all, it turns out that the self-tests are not as precise as, for example, a PCR test. So even though the test came negative, and I was having doubts about whether I was actually having COVID or not, I still also did not rule out the possibility of me having COVID. That was on Thursday. Symptoms became more extreme: sore throat, fever, also headache. And I did not feel lethargic yet, so exhausted or anything. I had energy and all the good stuff, but those three symptoms were very annoying anyways. Then on Friday morning, like at 3 a.m. or something, yeah, the headache was like so bad. I hope you never had this before, but and this is not because of COVID. I had this earlier as well. Um, that you have the headache so strong that you cannot sleep. That's how bad it was. And normally that only happens to me like once every 2 years or something. So yeah, this was the time of the year with COVID, I guess, that I had these very strict, extreme headaches. So that's when at 3 a.m. I was like, okay, maybe now I can do the self-test again to see if I have COVID. I did the self-test, and at the beginning, only the C line was red. The T line was not appearing. But obviously, I had to wait like 15 minutes to actually see the result of the test, which is yeah, after 15 minutes, the T line appeared and essentially confirmed, almost confirmed that I had COVID. I say almost because, as far as I know, the self tests are yeah, could give you like a false positive, for example, and that's why I didn't want to like fully confirm that I had COVID. What I did though, so again, that was at 3 a.m. on Friday, the 18th. Yeah, I was waiting. I decided I was gonna do a PCR test, so I called the pharmacy at 8:30 the same day in the morning. And I just told them like, hey, I did the COVID self test and it came positive. Therefore, I want to do a PCR test just to confirm that I have COVID. And the lady on the telephone said that yeah, because it came positive, you definitely have COVID. I'm not sure about that because, like I said, the self-test can come, they can give you false positive as far as I know. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, but that's what I read. So luckily, the person in line still said that we should do you a PCR test. So I did it on Friday at like 9 a.m. That's when I started feeling very lethargic, and essentially I slept the whole day on Friday with no problems at night as well, like to fall asleep. So yeah, that was kind of weird because normally if I slept through the whole day, then I have problems sleeping at during the night, right? So yeah, on Saturday morning, so again 3 4 a.m., I had like the headaches again, fever. I was shivering a lot. So my solution apparently, and what I read on the internet as well. Again, the internet is not the ideal advice, but at 3 a.m. there's not much information you can get. I read that paracetamol can help with COVID symptoms because yeah, paracetamol is good for headaches, fever, and all that stuff. So that's what I did. I took paracetamol in the morning on Saturday. That helped diminish the symptoms of COVID. I don't know if the following was just psychological or not, but basically, started on Saturday, it's not that I felt a shortness of breath, but I could tell that my breathing mechanism or breathing system was not normal. But it was very minor in a sense that like if it's very hard to quantify, very hard to describe, especially as a non-native speaker. I mean, I don't know if I had to quantify it non-scientifically at all. I would say that my lungs were operating at like, I don't know, like 95% capacity, and I also felt like a little bit of a pressure on my chest, but nothing scary in a sense of like yeah, I mean it was scary because it's something I never experienced before, but it wasn't to the point that I could not breathe, like not even close. That's how I felt on Saturday, which was like one of the odd symptoms I've ever experienced in my life. The issue on Sunday was that it felt like I had like, I don't know, like 5 blades here, and every time I was like swallowing, all the blades were cutting through my throat. And yeah, I mean, I know that was like very descriptive, but that's how I felt really. The pain in the throat was just something quite extreme, I would say. On Monday, so yesterday, I was feeling like almost normal again. The only leftover symptom was the coughing. Like, I don't know, like every 5 minutes or so, I would cough once. But besides that, I was not taking paracetamol anymore. I could work from home because yeah, up until this point, I'm not sure if I still have it or not, like if I can still spread the virus. And yeah, that was yesterday. Monday, today, Tuesday, I feel, I don't know, maybe I look a bit sick. I don't know, you can compare my look with the previous videos, but I essentially feel fine. I don't know, it lasted, for me, this COVID journey lasted less than a week. This is given my profile and obviously, I don't know, the amount of the viral load that I've got and the fact that I'm vaccinated. I'm not gonna talk about whether vaccines are effective or not, but I'm just putting out there that I'm vaccinated. Yeah, so I hope this video was useful for all of you. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I want to make it clear that my experience might be completely different than what you have experienced. So it's just mainly to open a conversation and share our experiences with COVID. Yeah, I hope you find it useful. Take it or leave it, and yeah, have a good day and take care. Bye.